What's the matter? You want to live forever?
Oh, it's fun trying. Amy, it's been healthy and hair raising.
What are we going to do now?
You go home, I go to work.
I don't want to go home.
Well, I don't especially want to go to work either, but we open in a week, and a month thereafter, the rent is due.
Oh, money, money. I'll pay the rent.
Mm-hmm. I've been called some dirty names in my time, but that's not one of them.
Willie, what's the girl have to do to get the love light in your eyes?
Well, first, she has to look like you, but she shouldn't let me win at tennis when I know that she can beat me holding the racket between her teeth.
You knew.
Why don't you go home and put on one of those old dresses that you bought yesterday, then come and pick me up at a reasonably dark hour, and if you're real nice, I'll let you go out and play with the grown-ups.
I love a man who tells me what to do.
You're going to be crazy about me.
Willie.
What do you want me to do, Stu? Put up my hands?
Oh, I'm sorry, Willie.
Oh, that's all right. I know you're not going to shoot me, but who'd you have in mind?
It's no joke, Willie. I didn't want you to know. I was hoping I could hold out at least until the club opened.
Hold out what? You know, Stu, it's been a lot of years since you and I haven't been able to talk things over. What's the trouble? Mr. Stewart Stiles, be in your apartment at 9 o'clock this evening. Have $500 in new $100 bills. If you do not follow these instructions, I shall inform the newspapers of your true past, particularly what happened many years ago in Denver, St. Louis, and Albuquerque. I'm also sure that Dante's Inferno, where you work, will not benefit by this type of publicity. Blackmailer? Who?
Well, that's the irritating aspect. I don't know.
Oh, come on now. When somebody's being blackmailed, they always know who wants the money.
That letter came in the mail this morning. There's no one in San Francisco knows me that well. There's no one in the entire world knows me that well except you and Biff.
Well, let's see. I know you were selling that fly-by-night uranium stock in St. Louis and Albuquerque. Wasn't that where you made up like an Indian and sold oil leases in the desert?
Just before I went to work for you.
Yeah. Well, what were you doing in Denver?
Selling yachts.
In Denver?
It wasn't easy.
Yeah, I can believe that.
If it were just me, but there's the club.
That's right. They could take our license away.
I feel like Benedict Arnold.
What do you think you're going to do with my gun?
Oh, I don't know. Meet the blackmailer tonight, try to scare him off. I don't know.
You've never carried a gun in your life before. What if the blackmailer tried to jump you and the thing went off, and then where'd you be?
I know. I was trying to steel myself for the task when you walked in. What are you doing?
Getting the 500.
It's no use, Willie. You can't pay off a blackmailer. Once you try, it goes on forever.
Yeah, I know that, but sometimes you got to give them a little bait to start with. Now, the note says 9 o'clock. Okay. I got a date, but I'll be at your place at 1:45.
Thanks, Willie.
You're not so welcome. Next time, tell me when you're in trouble. Now, go on downstairs and start making like a Maitre-D.
Thanks.
If we're going to neck, could we have a better view?
Necking in a sports car is for acrobats. I told you, I got some business to attend to.
Where are we going?
I'm going. You're staying.
You'd leave a defenseless girl alone in an open car on a dark street?
Not a defenseless girl, no. If anybody bothers you, you just give them that backhand across the Adam's apple.
You know what I like about you.
Mm-hmm. Be back soon. getting ready to blow a bubble?
No, I had a tooth extracted last week and it's still sore. Who is it?
Jet delivery service, package from Mr. Stewart Styles. Jet delivery service, we deliver day or night. You Mr. Stewart Styles?
Yes. Come in.
Yes, sir. Now, if you'll just sign this receipt right here. Hey, what is this?
Did you ever see him before? Who sent you?
Like I told you, Mr. Jet delivery service, we deliver day or night.
You don't suppose we're getting a little over-anxious? Are you expecting a package?
Well, I do have a birthday coming up next week.
Well, sign it and get him out of here. Hey.
Gee, thanks, mister. What a job.
Don't tell me you hear a ticking noise.
I can hear something. I wonder what it can be. It's alive. I don't understand.
Well, there's a note in here. Try reading it and hurry. This may be a nervous pigeon.
By now, you have met our fine feathered friend. All you have to do is to fold the money tightly and place it in the capsule on the bird's leg. If the pigeon isn't home by 9:30, I shall call the newspapers and tell them all I know about you. That's all, and it's not signed.
A homing pigeon. What an angle.
But what am I to do?
Well, you haven't got time to do anything but pay off.
But there must be some way
On following a pigeon through the city at night?
Yes, but...
And don't start flapping your arms.
I don't know why we're doing this. We'll just have to keep on paying.
Between now and the next time, I'm going to pay a visit to the jet delivery service and find out where this packaged bird comes from.
You really think we can?
Not we, me. Goodbye, you crook.
What happens when they ask for the pigeon?
What pigeon? This was delivered to me by mistake, and being a thoroughly honest person, I'm going to return it to the sender.
Ah, you're so sneaky. Are you all right?
Yeah.
That was close.
I was meant to be closer.
What do you mean?
Somebody's either trying to scare me or kill me.
MTW 109.
What?
Well, that's the license on that car.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Good girl. Do you still love me a bunch?
More than ever, you big goon.
More than you love your kitty car?
What?
I need an excuse for the police to trace that license number in a hurry. I don't want to go into a story about a blackmailing pigeon.
So?
So, I'll explain to you as we go along. We were just parked and this black sedan came barreling along and bounced off us and then kept right on going. That's hit and run, isn't it?
Yes, misdemeanor hit and run, but only if the other driver knew that he hit you. You may have to go to court and waste more time and money than you're going to get out of this.
Oh, well, it's not the money. It's the principle of the thing.
All right, I'll check out the license registration. Traffic 7 to headquarters.
Go ahead, Traffic 7.
Request a 1028 on hit and run auto, 60 Ford, license M. Mary T. Tom W. William, 109. Repeat, Mary Tom William, 109.
Stand by, Traffic 7.
I suppose we pick this guy up and he plays dumb. It's your word against his, you know.
Our word in a banged-up car.
Don't you like your work?
Traffic 7.
Go ahead, headquarters.
Your 1028 on 60 Ford is registered to Miss Veronica Mizell, 1015 Green Street, San Francisco, sole owner.
Check, headquarters. 10-4. Do you want us to pick her up? Or do you want to call her and see if you can work this out between you? She's probably insured.
Oh, well, that's not the idea at all. There's some fool woman come down the street.
Really, there's no point in revenge as long as she takes care of the repairs.
You're being very smart.
Well, if you want to know what I think she'd be a lockup for...
No, honey, you're just upset. It'll be all right, officer. Thank you.
word. I thought I was pretty good, didn't you?
Yeah, you do a lot better if you learn to quit when you're ahead. Now drive me to a taxi stand.
Well, why a taxi?
Because this Miss Veronica Mizell tried to kill me once, and the odds are pretty good that she's going to try it again. I don't want to give her 2 targets instead of 1, so you're going home.
Willie?
Amy.
Ooh, I hate you. I hope when you walk in, she's an ugly old hag with hangnails to hit you over the head with a meat axe.
You might get your hope.
Oh, Willie, promise me you'll be careful.
Drive, darling, huh?
Yes? Is anybody there?
If you start to scream, somebody's going to call the police, and then we'll have to talk about pigeons and automobiles and things like that. Trying to drown your conscience?
Who are you?
Willie Dante. And you are Veronica Mizell, the lady of the pigeons.
You've got an ugly sense of humor, Mr. Dante.
I get ugly when I have to roll in the gutter to keep from being killed.
How did you find out about me?
My friend got a good look at that license plate you tried to bounce off my skull. I let the police think it was simple hit and run. They gave me your address.
My address? Why? You've known where I live. At least your little friends do.
Now, look, what kind of button are we playing here?
Well, you should know. You've been sending those pigeons to this address for 3 weeks now.
Wait a minute, from the top. You admit that you tried to roll your car over me earlier this evening.
Yes. Yes, I've been sitting outside that delivery office every night for a week, waiting for someone to come along with one of those little pigeon boxes. And when I saw you...
Oh, no. You mean you're being blackmailed?
And I thought you were the...
Do you mind?
Obviously, you don't know who it is either.
No, it's not me. It's being blackmailed. It's a friend of mine.
I'm sorry. I mean about tonight. I still don't understand how anyone found out. I haven't told a soul.
You just quoted my friend. You can't figure out how the blackmailer knows about him either. But we do know that you're both being blackmailed by the same person. It means that there must be something that you and my friend have in common.
That's true. What's his name?
Stewart Stiles. Well, he's probably used a dozen names in his time. Why don't I get him over here?
Oh, there's the phone. Another brandy?
Just to the brim.
Have you ever been to Denver?
No.
Have you ever been to Washington?
No.
Well, how about Europe?
No.
Paris?
No.
Rome?
No.
Copenhagen?
No. Do you know anybody in Phoenix?
Not a soul.
Well, I spent some time on the island.
No.
Have you ever been to Honolulu?
Where?
Honolulu.
No.
You know, you two could both be on a desert island and never meet each other. You always drink side saddle?
Oh, no, I had a tooth pulled a couple of weeks ago.